Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the EFG Daily Commute. My name is Stephen Dutzman. I am your host, and I am also the founder of EngagedFamilyGaming.com. That's a website on the internet where parents like myself and my co-hosts come together to give everyone the information they need to get their family game on. Today is a very, very cold Tuesday here in Connecticut, and it also happens to be my ride to work. So, late Friday, the rumor mill for Nintendo busted open thanks to an article on NintendoEnthusiast.com. This was the article was based on some tweets from a known and reliable leaker, someone who obviously has some connections within Nintendo, indicating two new games that should be slated to come out for Nintendo property, for the Nintendo Switch rather, in 2020. And a lot of this is made plausible by nature of the fact that we only know one Nintendo game coming out this year. There are plenty of other games coming to the Nintendo Switch that have announcements and that have been announced and have release dates or release windows. But really, after Animal Crossing, we're really not sure. So the leak indicated two titles coming. One, Paper Mario, and the other being a 2D Metroid game. Both of these are perfectly viable. These games happen. Paper Mario is a very popular franchise that, according to the leaker, will be returning to its roots, which, as far as I am concerned, makes a lot of sense. If I go back to Paper Mario on the Nintendo 64, or my personal favorite in the franchise, the Thousand Year Door, which was on GameCube, this is a great change of pace game for Nintendo. And when I say a change of pace game, normally when you think of Mario, you think of the Mario sports games, or Smash, or Mario Kart, or obviously the Mario platformers. Generally, Mario is fast, right? You think of him, you're moving through levels, you're jumping, you're platforming. With the exception of Mario vs. Rabbids Kingdom Battle, generally Mario is a quick guy. And so this is a turn-based role-playing game. There's some timing, especially if they bring it back to the roots. But these have always been fun. They have had neat personalities. But once they went to the 3DS and in more recent iterations, it kind of fell. Fell is the right word. I thought I said it, I regretted it, but now I'm gonna embrace it and double down. It fell. And it just happens, right? You have long franchises, sometimes that happens. Paper Mario, given a kind of they don't even need to give it a Breath of the Wild moment, but given an opportunity to really kind of go back to its roots, really figure out what makes Paper Mario Paper Mario. I think this would be a great idea. I think this is a perfect addition to the Switch lineup, and it will sell like hotcakes, and I will be the very first in line. I absolutely love Paper Mario games. I love how stupid they are, because that's one of the things, is that these games are all about their humor. They're all about just being quirky and weird and goofy. And so, yeah, just to give you an illustration, not to cut myself off, there was a whole section in Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door that was all about pro wrestling. Just to throw that out there. So that means nothing is off the table. They could do some real crazy stuff. I am very much looking forward to it. The second game that will be part of, or that was part of this rumor, this leak, was a 2D Metroid game, which was purportedly to be based around Metroid Fusion. And remember, 3DS, they did a remake of Metroid 2, which was on the Game Boy, and they completely remade that from the ground up, added some really cool new features. I hope, if this happens, that it's the same team that did that. They really kind of captured what Metroid was about. They had cool gameplay concepts. It was generally well loved. It was just kind of trapped on the 3DS when a lot of folks that are Metroid fans were really hungry for Metroid Prime. Well, now we know Metroid Prime is coming. It's on the horizon. It may be on the far, far horizon, but we know it is coming. So I think a proper 2D game on the Nintendo Switch, other than Super Metroid that you can get through the Nintendo Switch Online SNES collection. That sounds awesome to me. I absolutely love the idea. Metroid is one of those games that I am not terribly good at, but I enjoy exploring and seeing these interesting worlds and trying to figure out how they work and how do the mazes work and finding weapons. I absolutely adore it. I will say the General is not super pleased about this Metroid experience, but she'll be okay. The good news, Switch you can play in handheld mode, so whenever she is not interested in seeing Metroid on the screen, we can just pull it in off the dock and play it in undocked mode, which is pretty exciting. So those are the two announcements. Announcements is not the right word. Those are the two leaks. Not a whole lot more to say about them other than they would, if they released in 2020, they would be welcome additions to the Nintendo Switch catalog. And if they are released, it's further proof that Nintendo really has done a good job combining the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo 3DS into one by combining everything into one platform and having all their developers, all the teams that they work with, making games for one system as opposed to spreading them out. It has certainly added efficiency. I'm sure that they're kind of doing a Ubisoft thing where some teams are helping each other out and leveraging all that, which is an amazing feat of project management if they are doing that. But they're just able to put out more games, which is exactly what the Wii U didn't have, right? So so there we have it. That is the Nintendo leaks. They came out last Friday. I am hoping you guys have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow with more news. I'm looking forward to recording our most anticipated video games of 2020 podcast with Amanda Farrow. So I will talk to you all tomorrow. And until next time, don't forget to get your family game on. Bye now.